Aw, shit, y'all.
And we're back.
I know they're so excited.
Mainly for me. Mainly for me. Mainly for me.
Mainly for you.
Mainly for me. Because you know what I mean. I left. I left home. I mean, I'm not on social media no more. Like people need me. The
People
world
need
needs me.
you.
The world needs me. The
The
world needs
world
me.
needs you.
I told you, you're like the prototypical like black girl. Like you just don't do one. Like you just fit in. I'm
I fit
something
in.
different.
I fit
Yeah,
in.
you're typical. I told you, get all your
I'm
content.
typical. Are
You
you
get
really
all
calling me
your.
a basic bitch right now?
I didn't say that. Look at black
Wow.
women just
It
jumping to
sounds like you're
conclusions.
calling me a basic bitch right now.
Look at you just
You
jumping,
fit in.
jumping.
Wow.
You like Mario right now. You need a red hat
Wow.
with an N
I'm
on
feeling
it.
disrespected on so many different levels. So many
Yeah,
different levels.
I told you all the time. You get all your content and all your jokes and stuff from social media. There's nothing
No, I do
original.
not. No, I
Yes,
do
you
not.
do, bro.
No,
Like
no, no. I have to send
all
them
your
to you
new
because
jokes,
you refuse to download
yo,
Instagram. Like,
all
what
your
person
new
doesn't at least live on one social media platform? I do not
all
understand it.
your new phrases and everything like that. I hear you. You sound like every other
You
black
gave
person.
me?
What?
You said you gave them to me? Is that what you're saying?
No, I said all your new phrases and everything like that. That sent me. Oh, that was original.
Wow. So excuse me for ever being a part of, like, you better not say like, nah, you better not say nothing from like New York. No sayings from New York, since you did not make them up yourself. You better not be a part of the culture. You know what? All by
All
yourself.
right, but you don't see me still picking stuff up. Like I don't say every single new thing. Like I
No,
have.
stop. I don't say every single new thing
Yes,
either.
you do, bro.
You
You
hear
was
me walking
never
around talking about some
saying
that slaps. I hate when little kids say that. That slaps. I'm not saying that. Like,
any
shut
New
up. There
Yorker
are
that's
certain things that I like, and there are certain things that I don't like. Excuse me for being fun. Everybody's not out here grumpy, going to bed at like 9 p.m. after watching a basketball game. Like, excuse the fuck out of me, sir.
yeah. Any New Yorker
Yo.
that I just want to put out a public service announcement. Anybody from New York that says that shit slaps, man, your New York card is revoked. Like that shit, it's over for you, bro. Like it's quiet. It's quiet.
You're not even in New York no more, so you can't revoke not a damn
Like
thing.
wait, I was
You're
there
not
long
even in
enough.
the North no more, so you can't revoke a damn thing.
I been there long enough. I
It's
did my
been 3
time to
minutes
be
in. Can we please give the people what they're here for?
2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Rounding up.
What did the people?
Because we're still arguing. So it's about to be 3 minutes and we still
So what do the
arguing.
people want? You said give the people what they want. What do the people want?
They want me. We're back. It's me. I know you've missed me. Oh my gosh, I've missed y'all. I miss talking
Well,
to
who
y'all.
are we? Like, I
Even though
mean,
they
like, for
can't
some
like
people
talk
that
back.
they have started, like, Mikey rocks.
Oh shit, you're right.
So you let me
You're
introduce myself.
right.
Or do you want to go ladies first? Or no gender
No,
roles?
go ahead. No, you go ahead. No, oh my gosh. Please go ahead. Please,
All right.
please. So they can hear you like stop
All
talking.
right. Well, it's your boy Mikey rocks. 3 X's because I'm nasty, and I'm one half of the newly named One Night Podcast.
Oh, and my name is Nia.Biaa. I'm the baddest bitch in all the land. No. Oh my gosh. No, yeah. So we're rebranding. We have renamed ourselves. We've evolved.
Allow us to reintroduce it. No.
Hey, my name is. You're supposed to come
I
in.
mean,
Damn.
it really,
Wow. You're not
but
really a New
clearly
Yorker.
that didn't fit though. Like,
Now you're supposed to be like H to the O-V. No.
then that would really be more complicated. See, look at you
Anyways,
copying. Look at you
fine. Whatever.
copying.
I can't sing a song. Even people at church sing songs. Like, all right, whatever, bro.
Well,
It is what it is.
Sister Hattie don't take no songs. She sings her own songs. So
she do. She do. She do. She make up her own lyrics. She really do. All right, y'all. So, like he said, we have rebranded. We've renamed ourselves, and I'm hella excited about that. We changed because one, we felt like we had to. Like, it wasn't fair to y'all for us to just have something and we weren't like all the way in with it. So I hope y'all like rock with it. Mike, you want to talk about why we changed it, or should they just hear my lovely voice over and over again? I'm down for the latter.
Be out. Do your thing. Be out. Go ahead.
Oh, you talking about?
Yeah,
Oh,
like, be
literally me.
out.
Okay, so we decided that the Black Millennial Podcast, like, we loved the name, we loved what it stood for, but we didn't feel like it fit us completely, especially like as two co-hosts. Like if it was just me by myself, I felt like I definitely could rock it. However, some people thought we should be better, and every once in a while I have to agree with at least 20% of what he says. That's pretty much all he can get. But so we decided, okay, so what is it about the two of us that we like to come together and we like to talk about different topics, whether that's current events, whether that's just stuff that relates to us as Black millennials, like what is it? And we came up with wine night because that's something that we do. Like all of us, our close Black friends, we get together and we, especially when we're like in public, you go on a wine night, and that's kind of like our little code for, are you coming to come shit talk with us? And that could be about anything, whatever problem, topic, anything happening in the world, you bring it to wine night and we talk about it and we argue about it, we yell and we scream and we debate and all that jazz. And we felt like that just encompassed who we were as people. So why not give the people what they want, what they truly want? Insert air horns here.
We coming with those soon, don't worry. But
soon comes.
Yeah, and going off of that, we the beautiful thing about Wine Night, like what we had was you didn't have to come with anything. You didn't have to have some certain level of knowledge. We didn't want to exclude anyone because they didn't know this certain amount of terms. They didn't have this certain level of knowledge. You could come in and be at any level of ignorance, and you got to share what you wanted to say and get it off your chest, because everybody has the right to share whatever and get things off their chest. And with that being said, like a big part of this rebrand is that we're gonna have guests. Like we're gonna have a lot of people come on. More than welcome to come on, share your story, drink your tea. Sip the wine, and just get lit with us. So if you're listening to this and you feel like, yo, like I want to get on, but I don't know, like am I really qualified to really, like, yes, you are.
Nobody's qualified. We're not even qualified. We're here to shit talk and drink wine. Yeah. Well, Michael doesn't drink, but definitely, y'all, I will always have a wine glass. I will never leave y'all in the dark like that. Yeah. Never.
Yeah, again, so please, like, join us as we go on this in this journey of rebranding and just really getting closer to what we want, and also getting closer to what we believe is what y'all want, and creating something for y'all, and hopefully soon by y'all. So.
Oh, look at you trying to throw the little FUBU out there. Dog. Is that copying too?
I did not say for us by us. I didn't even, until you told me that, I didn't know FUBU stood for anything.
Wow. See, and that's why it didn't last like it should have, because if everybody understood what FUBU meant, we probably would have cherished it. You put too much faith
in Black people. They really would have.
I'm supposed to put faith in Black people. Who else am I supposed to put it into? The white people. No, absolutely not. I'm gonna put it into us first because we deserve it. We deserve it. Damn, well, yeah. So
we should say that while there is a change in it, but there are some things that will still remain the same. So
I can't hear. Oh, there you go.
Okay, sorry, my mom called. Blackouts are gonna remain this. We're still gonna remain. What else? Like,
what's your fine? What's your win? What's your win? We're gonna keep that.
This episode, not gonna contain it, but because it's gonna be like it's kind of like foundational. We want to take this time more of just kind of talking about the change, but in the future, again, those things, if you really enjoyed those will still be a part of the show. All right.
Definitely. Listen, things change, but a lot of things stay the same at the same time. So we still here. We still giving you quality stuff. Oh shit! Speaking of things changing, we are no longer in the same place together.
Oh, word. So, yeah.
Yeah, we should put that out there. We are recording from two different places because as much as like life throws curveballs at you, you still got to get shit done. So like, it is what it is. So even if we don't sound like we're right next to each other, believe me, we're doing everything we can to still give you some quality shit. You heard? You heard. All right, I'm tired of talking about us.
Let's talk shit about some other
I don't
people.
like having to share the I don't like to have to share. Like, if we're gonna talk about something, it should be me. So, we should talk about something else. If it's
All right,
not
so
gonna be about myself.
let's get into our topic.
Fuck it, let's do it. 10 minutes in.
10 minutes in, I bet.
Let's get started. Right? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Because you being from New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me not being from New York, but being from New York.
You're not from New York.
I'm very interested in this topic. Okay, I've heard a lot of people talk about it, but they're all old, so I want to talk about it with someone else. Okay, so we all know Mr. 6ix9ine, right? Mr. Tekashi.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So he is currently, or has, taken the stand, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so recently there's been a lot of conversation about snitching, right? Should you snitch? Should you not snitch? Should he have told? Like, should they have handled it their own way? What should he have done? And like I said, as a person, as a black man, inducted into that society of hoodum.
Me? I'm a hood nigga? I had no idea.
Hood life. I mean, you black, so you must be a hood nigga, right? That's right. So like in that sense, right? Because I have my own personal feelings about it, and hopefully I'll be able to like explain them, well. So don't chop my head off. However, I've heard a lot of people, especially black men, saying he shouldn't have snitched. Like, he shouldn't have said nothing. Like, he should have just took it like a man, whatever that means in this day and age, and he should have went to jail, right? I don't know if I all the way agree with that, right? I want to hear your side before I go into why I don't feel that way. But, I want to give you that chance. So go ahead. So how are you feeling about, like, the trial in general? How are you feeling about, like, the snitching? What do you think he should have done? All that jazz.
I'm not going to speak about the trial because I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I'm going to stick to...
Let's just say, like, basically for, like, you and everybody else, right? He decided to go with, what is it, Treyway Bloods, or I guess there's factions of Bloods. Who knew? I just thought y'all was one big happy family funny? Over there.
After you share your point of view, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to give you an insight as to why we have two different points of view. Okay? Because you just said something that let me know, okay, I can see why she's on a different perspective.
I didn't know there was different fashions of,
and I was like, but yeah. Go ahead.
And my thing is, like, you have to understand, like, even though I was in the hood, I'm not necessarily of the hood, if that makes sense. Like, my mom was a teacher, my dad worked in schools, like, no, I'm just saying, like, background for why I feel.
Okay, like, but we're gonna get to that. You're taking away from my part.
Whatever. Okay, so basically he's joined this, like, gang, or he recruited this gang in order to get street cred so that he can be more famous, right? Him being connected to any type of gang would have given him the validity he felt like he needed in order to be, that guy, right? To get up there. And certain, like, their trade was, you give me the clout that I need, I will fund you. Basically what I've taken from it. They will protect him. He uses their name, and he also funds them for whatever activities that needed to happen, right? Apparently, some things happened in between, whether he didn't want to pay anymore, or whether I feel like, from what I can remember in the past, he was getting them into a lot of trouble. I remember there were shootouts a lot of the time. I remember there was a lot of going back and forth with people from other gangs, people in the same gangs, like, so there was a lot going on there. And towards the end, he tried to distance himself. I guess they said, nah, kidnapped homie. I don't know if they wanted to kill him. Sounds like they thought about it. Either way, his driver was a snitch. So they flipped him, apparently, because he's not from this country. So ISIS got him in the way. They said, you can stay as if you become an informant. I don't know if Tekashi's always been an informant. I know that when they got my man, he started singing like that's all I know.
Hit them patty notes.
Yeah, so that's like the spark notes of the Tekashi 6ix9ine.
All right.
I don't know if any of that is valid, but I'm not a journalist, so.
All right. So with that being said, snitching, telling, tattling, is a very it's a very subjective thing, and here's why.
Mm-hmm.
Take for example, the recent murder of Barxxx. If I butchered the name, I apologize. Right. Um,
Excuse my bitches.
if the witness did not snitch, the
Mm-hmm.
witness ain't snitch because
Mm-hmm.
they were not part of this situation. And here's what I mean by that.
But
No,
he
no, no, no.
was.
Listen to what I'm trying to say. Right.
Okay.
If I'm getting money with y'all, if I have a deal with y'all, and I'm all these things, I'm with y'all. Takashi was
Mm-hmm.
with them.
Mm-hmm.
So now when shit don't work out for you, you don't turn around and say, "Oh nah, it's quiet for you. I'm snitching." That's when it's snitching. That's when it's snitching. What I
Okay, but they
uh
but they kidnapped homie. From what I heard, fucked his baby mother. They threatened his
I didn't know
remember
that.
like that whole thing going back and
I
forth.
don't
Somebody
know
was
these
messing
things.
with
I
his
keep
baby
telling
moms.
you.
Oh well, I'm saying this is months ago. So this is back when you actually had
I
social
still
media.
didn't
So I
know.
would have thought you whatever. Okay, somebody did something with his baby mother, threatening his mother's life. You know, like there were so many different levels to getting to it. And I know personally, you threaten my mama's life, everybody's going down. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, but that's me personally, right? I feel like there's lines, right? A lot of people, they don't feel like there's lines that, are crossed or not crossed or whatever the case may be. Like, you did this thing, you did this thing. Or if you didn't do this thing, you didn't do this thing. Like, so I personally, I just don't.
Well, I'll get back to what I was saying then.
Continue.
All right,
Okay.
then.
Go
If
ahead.
let's say me and you decide we're gonna start selling drugs, right? We've
Mm-hmm.
taken an unofficial oath that we're gonna go and break the law together. When shit
Right.
gets hot, that ain't the time for me to say all of a sudden I get a moral compass and say, "Oh, nah, you was wrong, bro."
But what if he already had the moral compass? That's my thing. Like, he
No,
was never of this
but
game.
no,
Like, he
you
was never
participated.
like.
You did something illegal. You,
No, and I feel you.
and
I
you know
feel
the
you. I
reason
feel
why I
you.
hate that
I feel
snitching
you.
shit? I'm sorry. Here's the reason why I hate that shit. All right, I fucking sorry. I don't like I don't like corruption. I don't like inconsistency. And the fact that people get plea deals and stuff like that is part of the reason why our justice system is corrupt. So that what happened right there is connected to police brutality. It's connected to that blue wall of science.
So snitching is a part of
Don't do that.
police
Don't do
brutality.
that.
No, I'm connecting it for our readers. Fuck you. Like,
Readers?
I'm really asking it. Or listeners, see, like, you got me all tight. Like,
No,
I
but
was trying to make
it's the
sure that
corruption.
I'm
It's the
following what you're saying.
corruption. It's the corruption of it all. It's like I'm gonna give you a parallel in a different field. Think about sports and how um let's say you take collegiate athletes getting classes passed for them, right? Oh, this professor, oh, you need to play, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna just give you this C or something like that. Yes, that's one little isolated incident, but that's also connected to like you
I
see
see
what I'm
what you're
saying?
saying. A bigger
The bigger
system of
system of
bullshit.
corruption. So bringing it back
Yeah.
to the snitching only exists because the justice system is corrupted. Snitches
Okay.
don't snitch because, like I said, they all of a sudden be like, "Oh shit, like you were wrong. I need to tell on you." It's because I'm not trying to do this
Well, they
stuff.
snitch so they can get out of jail.
Exactly. And no, you signed up for something. I don't do shit that I'm not willing to pay the price for. My mother told me that very clear, which is why you don't see me do shit because I know I'm not built for jail. I'm not. I'm not. Like I'm not. I'm not. I can't wake up
uh-huh.
every single day trying to fight, ready to fight. Like I'm just not. I'm too afraid of being anally raped. Like it's too much for me, bro. Like
Wow.
yeah,
Okay, that was yeah.
I'm being real.
What if somebody was eating breakfast or something? I don't know.
Wait, what?
And now I said,
Oh,
what if somebody was eating breakfast and now that's just in their head? Thank you.
hey, bro. Like I just want to make it very clear. Like I'm not about that life. Which is why you would never catch me in a situation where I would be pressed with the decision of snitching or not snitching because I'm gonna be tight. But the thing is, I won't snitch.
So okay, so if you're Takashi 69, you snitching or you're not
No,
snitching?
because I signed up for that. You know what you
Okay.
signed up for,
I just don't know exactly what he believed he signed up
and
for.
then
Like
why are
if
you?
No, I mean, like, and I totally get that. You definitely should not be like doing anything if you can't handle the repercussions of it, because there's consequences to everything. There's good consequences, bad consequences, whatever. I get that. I'm just saying there's a certain line that I personally will, you know what I mean, will and won't cross. So like, I already know I ain't going to jail because I ain't doing nothing to go to jail. Like, like, I'm not. This is not the life that I live. However, if I was him, right, in his situation, certain barriers are getting crossed. You're talking about my child being hurt, right? Nah. If you're talking about my mom being hurt, nah. Like, I don't know what the quote unquote men's code is, right? I don't. Are there female gangs? Are there
Yes,
actual
yeah,
female
there are
gangs?
female gangs,
There
there are
are,
female
right?
bloods, there are female crips, and all that.
Yeah. So that's what I thought. I don't know what goes on in there. I ain't about that life, sis. I'm not, right? And I don't know what this men's code is, because it seems like the men's code turns on and off for certain people, because apparently, like, they would say like there were fights between the same gang, so it's the same Trey 9, whatever it is, gang, right? And they fighting and stealing and robbing each other. So where's this, like, I guess you could say brotherhood, because if we're doing that to each other, I don't understand why I can't snitch. And that was my only like
Yes.
thing about it. If you are crossing a line, right? I get to this point and you're talking about this, that, and the third. I'm seeing all this stuff happening within the gang, right? You robbing me so you can get more clout in the game, or doing this, or you killing that person, yada, yada, yada. And there's no repercussion for them killing each other. Then what loyalty do I really have to you if y'all don't even have loyalty to each other? And that was the only reason why I was saying, well, if that was me, then fuck it. If I'm getting out, you know what I mean? I don't know what his safety looks like after this, though. So like that's something that hopefully he talked to his prosecutors about and all that jazz. But I just personally was like, well, there is no loyalty if you break it down that way, because they are all trying to kill each other. Like, y'all already not, you know, subscribing to the idea that, it's a brotherhood and no matter what, like, we're in this together. If y'all shooting each other, fuck y'all. Like, I'm not going down for you, because
Is that but what
y'all
I'm?
not even being stand-up people
But the
for each
snitching
other.
part is not about brotherhood. It's not about having each other's back. For me, that shit is bullshit. If you're talking about snitching, don't snitch because that's your man. That's bullshit. Because men treat each other worse than anybody on the planet. Um, to me, like I said, snitching is about owning up to what you signed up for. You
Mm-hmm.
said you wanted to be a part of this life. It's like I
Go ahead, speak your truth, King.
I believe that I'm gonna take a parallel that's very present in like like the average college student, like Greek life, right? Pledging.
Mm-hmm.
If something happens to you that you don't like, you can't tell on anybody because you signed up for that.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot tell on
Mm-hmm.
anybody. You can drop. You can. You know what I mean? After that, ain't really much you can do. That's just it. Because you signed up for that. You knew what. Like I've yet to meet a single person that said I didn't know any of that shit was gonna happen. Because you get pre-pledged. So you don't go into
Right.
that not knowing what's. He knows. You know. I was never in a gang, and I know what happens.
Mm-hmm. Nah, and I feel you. Like, obviously, like I said, I am not about that life. I have never been about that life. My mother would literally kill me, bring me back to life, kill me again, so my dad can bring me back to life and then kill me. So like, I'm not about that life, obviously. However, I think it's like a catch-22, because personally, like, obviously, I'm playing devil's advocate, right? I don't know if I got myself into all of that. I don't think I would snitch. Like you said, I signed up for it. Like, I got to pay the consequences for it. But if you do cross certain lines, like, I don't understand why I can't take this regime
Would
down
you
with me
really
then.
want a man that would snitch?
I don't want a man that's in a gang, but because that's
But
a
like,
lot.
but
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't. I personally, I just don't. I'm gonna honestly say I don't know. It all
like you
depends.
would
What?
look at
Why
me
are you
wild. Like
snitching?
you would like you. There's no way you could.
Why are you snitching? I'm saying, why are you doing that though? If there's a real reason to
I'm
why,
snitching because
then
I'm
maybe.
snitching. I'm snitching because I'm scared of going to prison. You gonna look at
Then
me like I'm. You gonna like what the fuck?
Like you're crazy. Yeah, I mean, I am.
Exactly. So it's the same thing for him. He has no. It's no moral compass opening up.
No, what I'm also saying is like you're threatening my family. You see what I'm
Because
saying?
he's
That's what I'm
scared.
saying.
But
That's
he's
where my
scared though.
and I understand that he's also scared, and I'm also snitching because I'm saying why I would personally do it, right? If y'all are saying fuck me and all this other stuff, and y'all leaving me out to dry, like, and all this brotherhood shit disbands and all whatever, and you're coming after me, like, as a man, you're coming after my family. Now we got things to talk about. I got a whole lot of things to say. Real life, I got a lot. I got a lot to say. If it's simply just because you're scared to go to jail, then no.
But no. But
Okay,
here's the
like,
thing though. Fear in any way, any type of fear. It's not a reason to do
mm-hmm.
that. Fear is you signed up. You signed up for that. You signed
I'm
up
not
for.
talking about fear
But
though.
no. But
We're
he's
agreeing on that part.
afraid of something happening to his family. That's fear. Fear is the underlying
But yes,
feeling.
that's fear for like my loved ones. Like, yeah, like
But you
that's where I
signed up
cross.
for
That's
that.
what I'm
You
saying. That's
signed
where
up
I
for
crossed
that.
my line.
But you signed up for
Sure,
that.
maybe he did. I don't
And
know.
here's my thing. But and then like what I was saying before,
So then, when do you snitch?
you don't.
When is it okay to
When
snitch?
you're not. When you're
Never,
not. No,
ever.
no. When you're not part of it.
Oh, when you have nothing to do with
Yeah,
it,
and
then
you're
yeah.
just an innocent bystander. That's not snitching. You're just. They brought me in. They asked me what happened. I gotta say something. Like I'm a what they call it. Well, not GDI. You were a civilian. That's what yo. But like I was saying, but that's the thing though. Like remember what I was alluding to before is, um, I lived a different like childhood from you did. Like I was very much so in the hood, like very much so. Like I was never part of gangs, but like I was around it much more. Like I spent a lot of time in the street. So like I picked up a lot of the mentalities that the hood niggas you per se would pick up. So like for example, like my friends would do some. Remember, I remember one time you were talking to me and you were just like you asked me like why would you not tell on why would you not if your man was cheating on a girl, why would you not tell the girl? And I was like, because it's not my business. That's a very street way of seeing things. It's not my business. It's not my
Mm-hmm.
place to say anything. I don't snitch. And that it's just you just don't get involved with certain shit because once you get involved now anything can happen. Anything. Like I've seen people die for niggas get shot for less. We've heard that before, but it's so true. So it's like the easiest way to keep yourself and your family safe is just not get involved.
Yeah, but my thing is, his family is already involved, so it's like, then
He got
what?
his family involved.
But it doesn't matter. They're now involved. Now what? Now what do you
Now
do?
you handle it within that situation. If he
They
got it,
did. They kidnapped
all
him.
right. So now you go kidnap somebody back. You go shoot somebody. You go do whatever you got to do. But it's
And then that's how people end up dead. Don't shrug your shoulders. Like, that's not acceptable at all.
but it's the life that he signed. He thought that I'm gonna like people kept telling him, you keep thinking this shit is a game. You keep thinking you could play with it. It's like when people say, "Oh, I'm gonna sell drugs for a bit. And I'm gonna get out the game." You cannot get out the game. Once you are in that,
Jay-Z did.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
that nigga got out the game, bro. He
Don't be telling his legal business out there. You don't know who's watching him.
but nah, like you, or it takes an extremely long time. And it also requires you to do some shady, shiesty shit. Jay-Z's done some shady, shiesty shit. Every successful person that has left that lifestyle has done some shady, shiesty shit to get out of it. The movie Paid in Full.
I mean, but like my thing about like some of this stuff is it's all shady, shiesty shit in
Yes, but
general.
it's an
Like I just
accepted it's accepted norm. Accepted shady, shiesty shit. Like
then
robbing
like
niggas
what is the
accepted.
point of the games?
The original purpose, or
No, I know what the original. I know the original purpose was to like community from white people, which is the crazy part because I just don't understand how. Well, I mean, I get how it evolves from one thing to the other, oppression and shit like that. But I'm saying, what is the point of them now? What exactly are gangs doing? What do they need? They can't use any of the money that they're like either stealing or getting from drug. Like, so what is your end game? What is your end goal? Is it like actually killing people?
they're
Like,
having
is
to be a
it?
part of something. Every person I've ever met that's been a part of a gang ever asked, and I just want to be a part of something.
And I'm just wondering, like, what are their principles? Like,
Whatever you decide.
what's happening over there? I guess maybe, but it just doesn't seem like it's a very like safe environment. is,
Think about it.
is
You
what I'm gonna
either,
go with,
but
because
oh
like
god,
I mean I can understand, like, and I'm not judging anybody who's a part of a gang, because like I said, there's a lot of different reasons why people join, right? They want to feel a part of things, they don't really literally know any better, they don't have any way to get out of certain situations. Like, I get that. Um, I just would implore people to think past whatever you see in, like, I guess, or read about or hear about or watch on TV about gangs, because I just don't see, like, what benefit does it actually, like, give you in the long run when
well,
you see a bunch of people dying, when you see people in the gang that don't even, like, respect each other. How are you feeling? How do you even sleep at night in that environment? Like, I would never be able to sleep with one eye open. Like, say if I'm progressing more than one person in the gang and now he gets to just take me out and there's no repercussion to that.
well, you sound, and I don't mean to say this. Well, it's gonna be offensive, but I don't mean to say it in like a I don't like I'm upset kind of way. It just it is what it is. You're speaking sort of like a white person telling like black people, or like poor a rich person telling a poor person, like, why don't you just do A, B, and C, or why don't you see past A, B, and C? For people to join, one thing you said was like, is that even safe? You're not safe regardless. So like, wait, well, and let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
You're not safe regardless. You sleep with one eye open regardless. You have a better chance of staying alive being in the game in some cases for some people. You have a better chance of not getting bullied. You have a better chance of not getting jumped if you're part of that gang. You have a better chance of helping your family get out the hood if you sell drugs.
But
From what you
how?
can, but you can't understand because that's not something that you can.
No, I'm not saying that I don't understand. Like, and that's okay. Again, was in the hood, but I'm not of the
Mhm.
hood, right? So I don't. I guess I was. I guess you could say privileged, yeah, enough to be like, okay, long game, right? Long term. This does not protect me the way I think it's going to, right? If I count up the bodies that made it out and are good versus the bodies that didn't and are buried, statistically, I'm like, it's better to take my chances without being in
I'm
a
not
gang.
gonna,
Like, I'm saying
but think about
statistically.
it. As a 14-year-old, statistically, I'm not supposed to make it past 21. So what am I really here for? I just need to like get through high school. I can't even think past high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like you have to remember these.
I'm just wondering if there's like a long game for like some of these people, because like if you're looking short term, that a lot of people, a lot of these motherfuckers don't last like
But exactly,
short
but if you've
term.
never seen anyone last that long, then why would you even have a long game, like a long plan? And then also the people that do last,
Cause I want
but
to live.
live for what? Think about it.
Well, you're saying I want to get my family out of the hood. You don't want to live past that part.
A select few have that mentality. That's a minority. You have to remember,
Mm-hmm.
for some people, think about it. If all they see is people dying, their best friends are dying, their OG dies, like all these things, to them there is no long game because there's nothing to live for. So I'm living for I'm just trying to make sure that I can get to school without getting beat. I'm trying to get home from school without getting beat up. I'm trying to make sure that like I can wear Jordans too, because that's what matters right now. So there is
Mm-hmm.
no, you can't plan for something that you don't think exists. Like it would be like me telling you plan for reincarnation. You don't believe in that shit. So
Mm-hmm.
like
That's
so
interesting.
like for me, until a conversation that I had my sophomore year of high school, I did not think about college. Like it was just high school. I did not think about that shit at all. I can't plan for something I don't know exists. Senior year, I didn't send my college apps until shit, March. I didn't know I was supposed to. I can't plan for something that I don't know exists. So to bring it back to like why people would do this, it's they for whatever Takashi, I mean he's a product of that mentality too. He was just trying to do
Mm.
something that you would tell him, nigga, that's stupid. But to him, he's like, I gotta do something.
Because I'm like, long term, like, what is it like? It didn't work out for him. You know what I mean? And I guess what I'm thinking is like, first of all, don't ever compare me to a white person again, or I have to slap the shit out of you. But I do understand
That was
like
like
where you're
10
coming
minutes
from.
ago.
I guess what I'm saying is like, you
That was
said
like
what
10
happened?
minutes ago.
Yeah, but like I wanted you to get your shit off, like, because I felt like what you had to say was important, and I slapped the shit out of you now. So like it's all good. But no, like on a serious note, I guess what I was thinking was like my mindset, because I've seen people do certain things, even if you can't read, even if you can't write, even if you can't, just looking at if so and so and so and so and so and so joined the gang and none of them made it out, then like, am I really as protected as I feel that I'm protected? You see what I'm saying? Because like now you're adding on the fact that like, okay, you might have gotten beat up walking home from school and they might rob your shit, but now you got to fight off all these other gangs
But at least you're
who
not doing
will
it.
kill you
But you
simply
would
from
get killed
being a part of the
regardless.
gang.
You would get robbed regardless. You might as well do it with your friends. You might as well.
I just don't see a lot of success rate, and that was my only thing. Like I just didn't see a lot of success rate in it. I'm not joining that because I just
Because you
like,
saw something.
I
You had
personally.
perspective for something else. They don't see anything. Like to them, this is life.
Mm.
Like life is fighting for my block. Life is like I'm just trying to like to them success is I'm trying to be that nigga that's on the corner like that pulls up to the corner store with the fire car or the rental. You know what I mean? Like rentals or wears the same fire Gucci belt every day or whatever. Like to them, that's making it. To you, that's like that's nah, it's whatever. But to someone else, that's like the pinnacle of life. So if I can just get to that, nigga, I made it. Fuck it. And you hear it. If I die today, fuck it. At least I stood on my word. Like, cause when people say all I have is my word, they literally mean that shit. Like, it's really all you have.
And I guess that's the scary part, because some of these people are really like out here trying to live by this code that other people have like wiped their ass with and flushed down
Yeah.
the toilet. And I guess that's the scary part, because I'm like, y'all see it though, and y'all are still like, nah, I'm gonna stay by my man's because yada yada yada. And I'm just confused. I like real life be confused sometimes, because I'm just like, you saw him shoot him, correct? Yeah. So you don't think he gonna come for you? You know what I mean? Like for you, do you not think he will turn on you? Like, do you really believe this person is your friend? And I'm not saying everybody who's in the gang is slimy, but I'm just saying that it's not as safe as like, I guess, kids would make it out to be.
But it's safer than
When I've heard,
not being in the gang. I can tell you that.
it's, all
I
right.
can tell you that. It is.
Well, then I mean, like, I guess there's honor among thieves, and maybe y'all just like, everybody who's in the gang needs to like rewrite the playbook then, because I don't even know who let this man in the gang in the first place. Y'all should have seen that my man was blue behind the what is it? Green behind the ears. Y'all should have seen he was green behind the ears,
But that was the
and
thing.
not have like inducted with any type of concept with him anyway, because I can't fault somebody who's that would be me trying to be a part of like, or use a gang clout, and then that you expect me to like abide by your rules. I was never a part of your shit. Why would I ever abide by your rules?
And here's
Like,
what it is.
and I'm not saying that it's right, because you should stand on your one. However, I'm not gonna expect somebody who's not of this life or of any life. Like if you say about Greek life, like if somebody just coming in and they're what's the word? They're you know the word I'm trying to use. People who act like they're a part of it.
Oh,
God
Bert.
damn it, what is it called? A perp. They act like they're a perp, and you allow the perp to be up in there, and then he goes out, and because y'all tried to like induct him on some wild shit, and he's like, let me tell y'all what they be doing in these sacrifices and rituals and yada yada yada, and you would be like, well, why did abide by this code? Homie was never about the code, because if he was, he would have been inducted correctly. He like, as soon as he said, I need y'all help, cool, we jumping him in or not? Like like, you need to fit. Like, I just don't. They should have did a better vetting process, because I can't necessarily be all the way mad at Shorty if he decides I was never a part of this shit. I'm snitching.
I'm gonna do this at the end. So like the gang on their side was like,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna make the money off this nigga, that we probably gonna kill him, or we probably gonna just let him go at whatever point. Or if anything goes left, if
Mm-hmm.
anything does go left, we'll handle him. Right? Expecting
Mm-hmm.
this. Takashi on his side, he's probably like, I'm gonna go get my money off these niggas, and then whenever I'm ready to go, I'm gonna go. So both sides had their ulterior motives or plans, and then things
Mm-hmm.
went left. So like with that,
I wonder if that was a conversation that they had
oh
together.
definitely
Like,
not.
so what if some shit goes left? What's gonna happen? Like,
Niggas probably did the, oh
cause
now we
one,
good, we good, everything going good. Like I mean,
nah, my guy, we're not good. Like,
you
we're not
don't
good.
make
I
a,
need to
do
know your
not make a
game
deal with the
plan. Like,
devil, bro. Do not make a deal with the devil.
that's a fact. Because at the end of the day, it's still the devil.
Yeah. So
Still the
yeah,
devil.
snitching,
That's some wild shit going on.
snitching is not okay, man. Snitching is not okay. And
That's not true. Specific snitching is not okay.
I only call it snitching if by how I define it. If it's not that, then it's not snitching. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, say it
So
again.
it's only snitching if you're doing it within the way I define snitching. If you're the witness and you're just telling people what you saw, then yeah, you're not part. You're a civilian. But if you signed up to be a part of this thing, then you are snitching. It's not okay.
I see what
You know
you're
what I
saying.
mean? Like yeah, I hate when people drop from pledging and they snitch. I hate when people, you know what I mean, in sports they all of a sudden have a moral compass and want to bring everybody down with them. I hate all that shit because it's like you you were fine with it before.
What I will say about this is that I hope that it does kind of like, and this could be twisted. I hope that it does highlight, especially like for kids, that like gang life is not something that you should be playing with or should be a part of at the end of the day, because they will snatch your
Oh yeah,
ass
yeah.
and they
If you're
will,
not, if
you
you
know what
get
I
ready
mean?
for
Like,
that,
and then you really shouldn't be a part of it, like in any level. And I know it's probably like fucked up to say, but first of all, gang shouldn't be a thing. You know what I mean? Like,
false,
unless y'all fighting against like
false.
legit going back to original like, you know, principle of the fact that we're protecting our community, which they do not do. We see them robbing and killing and stuff like that, people in the community. Unless y'all revert back to that, in my opinion, it should all be dismantled. So I'm hoping that,
What
like,
would be left?
for
What would be
some
left?
kids,
What would be left?
what do you mean? What would be
If you
left?
don't have gangs, then what would be left?
I don't know, but I'm saying I'm not. What I'm saying is that doesn't mean that it should go on. You know what I mean? Just because I don't know what happened doesn't mean
But
that it shouldn't
what is it
exist.
about a gang that is bad?
When you're killing people, like I said, like, you're not protecting your community. So I can understand if, let's say, police brutality, right? The police come in, they trying to like abuse their power, like, you know, any other normal day, and your gang is literally there to like protect you. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like some Panther shit. Like, we sitting in this car, we gonna watch, you know, this traffic stop, because if not, we taking you down. You know what I mean?
But a
Like,
gang does protect its
unless it's
community,
some.
though.
No, it does not necessarily. Like you said, if you are, say, you know, if you're walking home from school and they jump you to take all of your stuff,
Oh, gangs that do
my
that,
friend.
yes. But I'm talking about
That's what I'm
gang
saying.
warfare between gangs is fine.
No, I don't want that
It's gonna
either.
happen regardless.
I don't. But that's
No,
what I'm
so I'm
saying.
saying the
I
issue's
don't
not with
think it
gangs;
should.
it's with the violence in the hood. It's not gangs then.
But my thing is, gangs encompass that, and that's the problem. You're encompassing the violence against one another, and that's not the, it should not be the goal. How about that? Should not be the goal to want to go and kill somebody that looks like me. What is it really about that man other than the fact that he's a part of that gang, right? And some people before him did some wild shit to some people that was over here in my group. What really is it? Like, when you really break it down, y'all are doing things to each other without like I guess you could say like real understanding or any real like substance to violence. It's really just violence at the end of the day. What the fuck are y'all doing? That's what I'm saying. I just I can't agree with the gang, because you're not doing anything. I can understand if there was a gang out there that was like, you know what, we're gonna raise money for the hood, like legit, we're gonna buy the block back, we're buying it because you got all this money. The fuck are y'all doing with it? buying the block back. We're gonna buy up this what's that thing called? Like a plaza. We're gonna take that back. We're gonna put all our people in that shit. Like, and we're protecting that. Cool. Cause like if somebody's coming in trying to rob your shit and whatever, cool. But you're not protecting anyone but yourselves. You're robbing other little kids. You're killing other little kids. You're killing other like black women and men. You're not protecting anyone but people who are a part of your gang. So you do nothing, in my opinion. Like, and that's real life. Like, and people like who subscribe to not building up back the black community, in my opinion, you're not doing anything. You're hurting it more than anything. You're killing people, and for what? And if anybody's in a gang and they want to explain it to me, please, by all means, I would love to hear the discourse, and I would love to ask the questions, and I would love to understand. But definitely from the outside looking in, I don't see how you're benefiting the community at all. There's a lot of bloodshed. I see that. I know that part. I knew when I walked down the street, if I heard a certain gang set, I knew it was about to be gunplay. Like, I know that much. I can't tell you why. And it would be something like so-and-so and so-and-so robbed a corner store that was a part of that gang, and now we got to go shoot them up because they robbed them, and now this is this thing, and now everybody's dead, and then it resets itself. Where's the money going? Who are you protecting? Oh, no one? Oh. Well, then, hey. You want to do something with your money? Buy a block back. Buy a small black business. Go ahead and be like, fund them shits, since you care about black people so much. And that's the thing. Do you even care about black people? If that's the case, why are we robbing why are we robbing grandmas? I was telling you about this. Where the two black men robbed the old lady, took her truck. Fuck are y'all doing? And for what? A 60-year-old woman got grandkids. I believe so. But for what though? Are you policing other little kids doing stupid shit? Are you stopping them? Are you protecting them that way? Are you teaching them anything? No. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. It's funny. I was talking to I was with some of my friends yesterday, and Hurston and Mario. Hurston loves to
Don't be saying that government name. We gotta take that out. How do you believe that?
he always looks at things societally. He's always like, don't really look at the people, look at the societal factors that influence them to act in that way. So with that being said, are you putting too much on people that are just products of their environment?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I understand oppression, I understand racism.
Say this. Wait, before you finish that statement, can you say this statement without saying but? Can you make this statement without saying but?
No, what I'm saying is I do understand, like, culturally, like, no, we did not get ourselves here by ourselves. We did not.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I have to like. And what I was saying was I understand everything that, like, encompasses it. I understand how we got here. I do, like, I'm not taking that away from it. What I'm saying is, on top of that, right, there are a lot of people out here, say, even if you look at celebrities who are a part of gangs or about that hood life and things of that nature, what are we doing to tell them and to teach kids, or even to teach the gangs that they were a part of, like, this is the enlightenment, this is the road we should be going down, right? Because there's a lot of people out here who know the game, right? A lot of people who are connected and yada yada yada. Why are we not telling them that this is not the way to do things? Why are we not correcting it? Why are we not revamping what it looks like to be a part of these affiliations? Like, I think that's where it's like we're not reaching backwards, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Like, people like, you see what I'm saying? So, like, you've reached enlightenment, or hopefully you've reached enlightenment, because maybe you don't feel like what's gangs are doing is wrong. But, like, I get it. You had to sell drugs in order to get out. You made it out. You became a celebrity, and you see that they're still selling drugs to people. How can we, right, as somebody who is a part of a gang, go back and say, this is how we can make money legitimately? We should be making money legitimately. This is how we can do it, right? You've got all this money. You can't do a whole bunch of with it. You gotta wash it anyway. You gotta build up these fake ass like businesses anyway to wash it. How about we actually do something with it? And that's what I'm saying. Where's that enlightenment? And I know some of these people have reached it. Why are you not going back to say something? You know what I mean? Why are you not putting it in these people's ears? And I know it's not as simple as literally going and putting it in these people's ears. I know there's a lot of like, you know, reprogramming you got to do and things like that. But why has nobody tried? And if somebody has tried, please tell me so that I can understand, like, you know, I would love to understand like the human psyche and like why they won't allow it to be that way. Because I know we didn't get ourselves here. And how do we like help each other get ourselves out? This is my platform to do it, but I'm also not in the game. So then how do you get somebody who was to go back and say, y'all, I've got this amount of money, right? Let's buy the block back. And not just this one, the next one, and the next one after that. Because some of these hood niggas are hella smart. You know how smart you got to be to like understand money, understand how like to wash things, and understand how to like accumulate and get product out there and yada yada yada. Do you understand how smart you got to be to do that? Why the fuck are we only applying that to drugs and killing people?
Again,
and illegal shit.
Assuming that you know that there's more.
No, I'm saying for those people who know that there's more now, why are you not going back and telling them that they like let's do it this way?
When people listen to them, you don't think they're not? Jay-Z did a whole album about it. That there's more.
Yes, and Jay-Z has also not been a part of that shit that we know of for a very long time, right?
But people are doing it. Like these, if there's any
but I'm saying for people who are still like hella, I guess what I'm saying is like the people who are still hella affiliated with it, like putting it on a song is not probably going to be enough. Like, was Nipsey a part of it, gang?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm just fact checking before I start chatting, because you know I will chat. My thing is like, I can't speak for everything that man was doing, but from what I was seeing, he was literally trying to buy things, right? Literally using his affiliations in order to buy things. Can you imagine if we had a few more of them? Hopefully, he was not supporting still some of the bullshit. God rest his soul. I won't speak on him, on whether or not he was. However, baby steps. Buy the shit back. Like legit, like protect each other. Like protect Black people. And I guess that's what like my bottom line is. We got one to do it, or at least to start. Can we get some more? Please go back to them, because you still talking to them motherfuckers anyway. You still putting that shit up in your songs and your videos anyway, and I'm sure they ain't gonna be sitting here like supporting you if you really wasn't like still some type of affiliated with the motherfuckers anyway. So go tell them. Now that you're enlightened, go back and tell them better. Go and enlighten them, because we're not reaching backwards. There's a lot of people who are equipped and able that aren't reaching backwards. But it don't matter, because at this point I'm ranting and we about 50 minutes in. So
we definitely are. 53.
Definitely at 50 minutes in.
All right.
Woo! All right, y'all. I'm coming to a close. I ain't got nothing else.
Yeah, you do, but I'm gonna stop you.
I
do. Yeah, that concludes our first episode back. We're glad to be back.
Yay!
Definitely glad to be back. We hope that you enjoyed this. If you hear anything that you like, dislike, you disagree with, definitely comment on the post that on Instagram, anything like that. Send us any emails, DM us. We always answer. Or if you want to come in and talk about it, let us know.
Come through.
Please.
Come through. Watch me going out of the way when I should have went home. Only time of the day I get to. No, you're not feeling the song. Oh, we can burn something. Come through. I didn't even sing for them today. They probably like sad. It's okay. I got y'all next time. Peace, love, and happiness, y'all. See y'all later.
Yeah.